this is Brandy from Stitchin' in Oregon, back for Flosstube number 5. I have quite a bit of stuff today as I missed last week since we were camping on the coast, and I actually thought about taking my stuff with me and filming from the coast, and I did have most of it with me, but I forgot my tripod, and I thought it would be kind of weird to just have my husband hold my camera the whole time. Although he did offer, I just thought it would be a little awkward. So yeah, how have you all been doing? It's been kind of cold here. It's funny, we went from like the 70s and now it's like, you know, the mornings are frosty and cold, and even on the coast, we woke up in the morning and there was frost on the grass, and we had to start fires. We do go camping in our camper trailer, and so we did have hookups this time. So we were plugged into heat, which was good. But a lot of the time when we are camping, we kind of are boondocking it, so we don't have hookups. But our camping trip was fun. We had beautiful weather. The twins took a friend camping, kind of sprung it on us as we were packing up the camper. But we took her with us, and they played on the beach and in the water, and we hit all of the candy stores in downtown Newport, Oregon, and saw the seals down on the docks, which I'll try to put a video in at the beginning of the seals. They make me laugh so much just because they're barking at each other and fighting for space on this dock, and they're just these huge animals, you know, trying to fight it out over a little tiny piece of sunlight. And we could actually hear the seals from our campsite at night. Once it got quiet, we could hear them, so that was pretty cool. The girls finished volleyball, and I was really proud of them. They got a lot better this year. One of the twins is left-handed, so it usually takes her a couple weeks to figure out how to position her serves and everything, and get comfortable with the net. And then my other daughter, they're on the same team. She doesn't take compliments well. So when she does well and her team is very excited for her, she gets really shy and bashful. So we're working on her confidence level there. They have asked to try out for club volleyball through the same program that they played recreation volleyball. And that goes from like November, tryouts are November 12th, I think, and then it'll go through June. So it's a lot of volleyball, a lot of travel, but then they are just playing, they have their sport figured out for the rest of the school year, which would be really nice. Our school district doesn't offer sports through the elementary program. We can do Parks and Rec through McMinnville, but sometimes those classes are hit and miss. But so anyway, kids might be trying out for club volleyball, so we might have a lot more volleyball in our future. But it's fun to see them grow in something that they really enjoy. So I wanted to share with you all, a couple weeks ago I showed you guys a picture of my thrifted ghost painting. When we went to Spokane the beginning of October, I gifted that to my sister, one of my sisters, like I said I was going to. While she made me this one here, and she had a really hard time finding a painting up there. And the day I gave her her painting, she went out and found this and just whipped it together and gave it to me the next morning at breakfast, right before we drove back to Oregon. But my sister is a very talented artist, and so She did the ghost, and there's a little candy basket and a bouquet of flowers, and I just love it. So it's been down in my living room, but I wanted to share that with all of you. So yeah, today is Halloween. Hopefully I will get this up today, but if not, it'll be tomorrow, November 1st. I hope you all have some fun Halloween stitching to do. You know, I have one Halloween project. I don't know if I'm going to work on it at all today. My stitchy bug has kind of been taking me in another direction, and sometimes I just follow it where it takes me. I don't know if I'm staying home tonight and handing out candy. Excuse me, one of the girls, Cadence, wants to hand out candy tonight, and then the other one wants to go trick-or-treating with her friend. So they're dressing up as construction workers, which I thought was really cute. And I have to go grab a couple last minute things for their costumes today. So, but our block here is a lot of fun for trick-or-treating for kids and adults. We have a lot of houses do adult treats as well, which is really fun. And, you know, the kids always come home with enough candy to last them a year and a couple trips to the dentist. So anyway, I hope you all have a happy Halloween planned, safe. I know one of my husband's biggest pet peeves is to have to drive on Halloween. So usually he gets home about 4 o'clock and then we don't drive anywhere. So yeah. All right, let's get into the stitching. Like I said, there is quite a bit to show. I think I'm gonna start with a start and finish. Sorry about the crinkles. I forgot to take this out of the bag. I showed you all this pattern during my last video. This is Penguin Pear by Hands On Design. It took me about a week to work on, and I definitely worked on this instead of one of my full coverages for WIP Go. I took half of my WIP Go week and dedicated it to this. And I finished this while we were camping this weekend. So I'm really excited about this one. I did stitch this on a 32 count linen from the Stitch Me that I got in a Friday night fight night. And I used the called for floss for everything but one color. I didn't have 07, so I used 08 instead. And that's that darker color that's like on the mountain and the tree trunks. But yeah, this is it, all done. I'm gonna fully finish this into an ornament and gift it to my sister Jessie for Christmas. And I am gonna put, it's gonna say mommy and then my nephew's name on the bottom and the year. But I have to find a small little alphabet for that first. So yeah, start and a finish. And this, I don't know if you can tell from there is sparkle in it. So it's an opal, and it's got some like turquoise purpley colors, which kind of reminded me of icebergs. So yeah, that's done. So that's fun. And I haven't quite decided how I'm going to finish it yet. What kind of ornament I'm going to do, but we are going to do that. And then also I have 2 new starts, which I showed in my last video that I was planning on starting. I did start them both, and they are both Teresa Kogut. Actually, I don't remember if I had started these already in my last one, so you guys get to see it again if I already showed these. Sorry about that. Okay, so Teresa Kogut's Remember Me. And I started in the middle center flower. And I am stitching this on Vintage by Bestitch Me. It's a 40 count linen. And I'm doing 1/2 on this. And this is where I'm at. I do think I've showed you this. I don't know that I've put anything new into this, but I had it in my pile, so. So that is that one. And it went in my project bag that Plant Dragon was in. So it has a home now. So this is just a bag my mother-in-law made me real quick, which I love those vintage things. This one will go away for a while. I don't have any plans to keep working on that for November. And then the other one that I started is Wisdom, again by Teresa Kogut. And this is what it looks like. And I am stitching this on a 32 count Vintage Country Mocha. It's a printed fabric with the called for floss. I have my needle is in there, sorry. And I might have a little bit more than what I showed you last time. I finished the 2 words up here and then I started going down this side. I think I will keep this one out and try to finish up those words in that corner whenever I have time. So that is that one. So those are my 2 new starts. And that went in the project bag that I had, my home in the garden that I was working on. I made this bag just from Hobby Lobby fabric. And then I have these like craft tags that I tie on with the project name, so I know what I'm working on. Okay. I have a list going here so that I remember what I'm doing. Okay, next is WIPS. As you guys know, my daughter Cadence decided when I bought this pattern, Happy Campers, that it is for her and that I need to work on it while we were camping. So after I finished Penguin Pear, I got this out and I started working in this square here. I also pulled out, I don't know if you guys remember, in one of my first videos, I talked about pulling out these flowers. I didn't pull out the white part, but I did pull out the stems because I didn't like them, and I think I'm gonna change the color of the flowers. So, but I did pull out the back stitches there, and then started in on, I got the picnic table done, most of the little acorns on the table, and I started on this squirrel. But I did make a mistake, and I'm trying to decide how I'm going to fix this, or if I'm going to fix it even. You know, it's for my daughter. She's not going to care that that little error is there. And I'm stitching this on a 32 count ivory Lugana that I got at Acorns and Threads. So this is my progress. I'm really happy with it. This variegated floss in here is so pretty. So what happened was I started my squirrel one spot over on the seat. And so now his tail doesn't have room. So there's a couple things I could do. I could rip the whole squirrel out and put him where he goes. And I don't think I want to do that because I actually really love the way my stitches look in him. And there's like 3 or 4 colors in that squirrel. The other thing I could do is shorten his tail up, maybe even leave it like it is right there. Or I could kind of pull out this border here and just extend it a little and have his tail come up through there. Like I said, this is for my daughter. She's not going to care one way or another. But I really don't think I want to rip out that whole squirrel. So what do you guys think I should do? Should I leave his tail the way it is? Should I rip him all out? Or should I just kind of extend the border and finish his tail off that way? What do you guys think? Because I am torn. When I make a decision, I'll fix it so that I don't have to worry about it next time we're camping, which is in November for Thanksgiving. I'll take this, but I don't want to have to worry about if I'm going to rip stitches out. I don't want to do it in the camper. So, all right. So next is my Beautiful sampler by Twin Peak Primitives. This is a stitch along with Kia B. You can go find her on Instagram, Kia B Quilting. She also has a floss tube. I'm sure you all know who she is. I'd go check her out for sure. I love her project. She's so inspiring, and you know, I love that she talks about her family in her floss tubes, because I do too. And I just think, you know, our family is such a huge part of our lives, and it's fun to be able to share that with people and to, you know, be able to share with others what's going on in our lives. Like I said, this is part of the Don't Be Afraid Sal that Kia B is doing. Started back in June. I started this back in June and stitched on it pretty much monogamously then. And that was when there was a lot of turmoil going on with our son. And this was very cathartic for me. My printer was not printing right, so this picture is not great. I apologize. But this is what it looks like, kind of. So before I had page 1 done, I have the border all the way across the top done, all the way down. This side is done. And then I finished page 5 this time and started in on page 2. And I think I'm going to keep working on it just because right now it feels right to be working on this. This is a 32 count fabric that is not named, that I got from Be Stitch Me, probably in a Friday night fight night. And it's an even weave. I did not leave, I have a lot of border on the sides. I don't know if you can see that whole thing, but obviously my margins on the bottom are very tight. I should have started just a little bit up more, but that's okay. I love working on this project. Like I said, it's very cathartic for me, and it makes my heart feel happy and relaxed. So what I worked on this time was, I had previously ripped out the border that I had done down here because it was off by a stitch or two. So I redid all of this. So to here was page 5 about. I already had this motif done. I had this done and I had this done already. So I did this bottom border and I did this, and that finished off page 5. I do have some little gold dots, like these guys here, that I need to put in on these flowers. I just forgot to do them when I was working on it last night. And then last night, after I finished page 5, sorry, I moved up into page 2, and I'm gonna work page 2 till it's done, and then go down to page 6. So what I got done on page 2 was this here. So I already had all of this part. This is part of page 2 as well, but I already had that done. I finished up some stitching up here, and then I put this in. We're watching Lego Masters with the kids. Sorry, the sun just came out, so I got spots. Let's see if I can adjust a little. Anyway, so I did this. The initials, I'm toying with 2 ideas. Because this sampler has my kids in mind, I'm thinking about putting their initials up top here. There's 2 initials. I'm toying with, A is for our oldest daughter, Alyssa. And then on the other side, there is so there's a crown in the middle, and then there's another initial over here. So I could put my son's first initial, which is G for Gavin, or we were also toying with the idea of putting all 4 of the kids' first initials in there, which there's room for, which would be G-A-N-K. I know it's weird, spells out gank, but it's a family thing. So there is room for it. So I could put the G here. I already have the A stitched, and then I can do N and K. I haven't decided for sure. I know for sure I'm doing the 2 oldest kids in there. They're the ones that have really stressed me out this year. You know, just fearful. She's in college in New Orleans, and she is a junior this year and just turned 20, and I don't think a whole lot more needs explained. You know, so anyway, that's her first initial, and I'm very happy to be as far on this as I am. So I'm gonna keep working on this though right now, because it is definitely calling to me. So, okay, next we have Rainbow Babies, which I don't have a ton of progress on. Let me pull up the picture here for you all. This is the one I have cropped a ton. This is a chart charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, artwork by Kathy Amaral. And this is what it looks like. Again, I am cropping a bunch out of this. So I've cropped the top pages, side pages. I've cropped a bunch of this and this. So it's over 20 something pages I've cropped out. I just wanted the focus of that bassinet cradle with the rainbow coming out. There is some flowers that'll still be in there. And this is for one of our friends. And I have been trying to work on this almost every day. I don't like to take this one camping with us though, just because it's so big. So this is my progress. I think last time I showed you, I was still over in here. So this part of the rainbow was mostly done, just some blues and a little bit of green to fill in. But all of this yellow, orange, and into this lighter yellow is what I worked on. So this one I try to do 30 minutes a day or between 50 and 80 stitches a day, depending on how I'm feeling. So it is fun to see progress on this. It's not going as fast as I want, but that's because I have all of the things, all of the things to stitch. Put this away real quick. And I don't have any kind of like deadline on that. It is on my full coverage WIP Go board, and that one did get pulled for November. So it's part of my plans for November as well, which is nice. Okay, next I have, this is Halloween. This is the only Halloween project I have. I don't know if I will be stitching on it today. I probably should. But this is what it looks like. This is by Primrose Cottage Stitches. And this is a lot of fun. I'm stitching this with, well, I was stitching this with my friend Tanya. She finished hers, and it looks super cool. I think I'm going to put mine away and I'll finish it next year. This is where I'm at. We had one more volleyball game after the tournament. And so I did work on this during that game. I'm stitching this on a 20 count Aida by Bestitch Me called Spooky, which is just perfect for this. And I am stitching with my own floss conversion, which I am happy to share. I have a mix of DMC Etoile, Bestitch Me Silk. This is a DMC variegated. I have Classic Color Works in here. So yeah, I'm really happy with the way it's turning out on this fabric. I'm really happy I restarted it. I have one more letter in October. Maybe I'll finish that today. I don't know. So either way, it's not getting finished this year, and I will have to, I'll have to pull it out again next year. All right, so that was, this is Halloween. And then I have my, I call this my Beauty and the Beast project. This was called for WIP Go this month. And I'm really happy with the progress I made. Probably 400 stitches or so. It's called Rising in the East. Artwork by Chris Darrell. I bought this on Etsy. Sorry, I'm trying to pull up the picture for you. And this is what it's going to look like. I love this. I love this. I'm stitching it on an 18 count oatmeal that I got from Michael's. And this time what I did, because remember I have this whole thing here, I did do some work up in here a little bit, because I was trying to, I moved the hoop, but I was trying to fill in some of this stuff up here. And then I just decided to go over to this corner and start filling in. So I think what I'm going to try to do is finish this page here, which I think goes to about here. So I'm not far off. It's mostly 310. There's a dark brown and then 814. So like that dark maroony red is in there. So it's quick stitching. Let's see. I was at 13.62% before, and now I am at 14.10. So, and this one will come out in December for the last WIP Go numbers. If you all are not familiar with WIP Go, it is kind of bingo, like cross stitch bingo sort of thing that Jessie Marie Does Stuff started. You can go on Facebook and find the WIP Go 2023 group, and she just updates that group with the year every year. And usually she has a board. I'll show you what mine looks like. It's kind of a mess. So this is what my WIP Go board looks like. Like I said, it's like a bingo board. Every month she calls 2 numbers. I write those down on the side. And then in my planner, I write what the projects are. It's not like hard and fast rules. It's your own personal goals for what you want to accomplish. So like for my projects, my goal is always just to touch them, just to work on them. Whether that means I can only work on them one day, or if I have a whole week that I can devote to them. In my planner, I try to do at least 3 days, sometimes 5. But as long as I get some stitches in, I consider that hitting my goal. You know, you could do, a lot of people do like a rewards-based system. Like if you get a bingo, you can go buy a new chart, or if you get a blackout at the end of it, you can kit something up, you know, that kind of thing. I'm not good at that, because if I try to give myself a reward for finishing something, I already know I'm going to buy it anyway, or I'm going to already work on that project anyway. So it's not really a motivator for me. But what I did this year is I had 2 boards instead of 1. Previously, I have mixed my full coverage and my regular charts on 1 board. This year, I had 2 boards, 1 for full coverage, 1 for regular, and my regular ones, I picked projects, and then I had my family members pick the project that they wanted to see closest to a finish. So the ones that went on there this year were the ones they wanted to see done. And I have finished a couple of them that were on there. So that was really exciting. My full coverage board, none of those projects are going to get done anytime soon. I have things like Rainbow Baby on there. I have Tiki Beach Sunset. Pandemic is on there. You know, and other really big ones. So they're all ones that are long haul projects. But it is a way to make sure that I get progress on them. So, yeah, so I did have one more chart that I worked on, and that's Tiki Beach Sunset. I forgot to bring the project up with me. So I will try to insert a picture of where I am now. I'll pull this up so you can see what it looks like. This is what it looks like. I've only worked on this 1 day so far. It was slated for 3, and I just didn't get to it. I should work on it a little bit more today. I'm hoping to get at least 100 stitches in it. I have been working on that little turtle. That's where I am right now. Hopefully I have posted a picture in here so that you guys can see where I am. Like I said, I only did about 160 stitches yesterday, and for some reason it just felt really, really tedious. Like working on my Beauty and the Beast or working on Rainbow Babies goes really fast, but working on that one, and it might be the fabric. It's a 25 count, 1/1 full cross, whereas the other two are 18 count, 2/1 full cross. But it's just working in that turtle, there is a ton of confetti. And I'm trying to finish squares as I go. So there are a couple parked threads in there where I was working, but I'm trying to finish the square, move to the next square. So you can kind of see the turtle taking shape, and that's a lot of fun. But like I said, this one is super tedious for some reason. And I wasn't really enjoying it yesterday. So yeah. All right, so that is my start and finish, my new starts, and my WIPS. I only have a very small amount of haul or acquisitions this time. As you guys know, I'm part of the Grace Notes Fabrics Fabric of the Month Club. I just got my fabric in the mail. So if you are a part of it and haven't gotten yours yet, spoiler, but it was also posted in the group. So this is called Mocha Blanc, and it is a 32 count linen, and it is so pretty. I get the fat quarter, and it's this really, that's showing pretty true, I think, beautiful mottled pink and beige, and yeah, it's really fantastic. So I was really happy with that. You know, happy mail. And she always sends a little sticker with her fabric, and my kids love that because I let them open the mail, even though it's my happy mail. They get a kick out of it too. So they have a lot of fun doing that, and then they, you know, every other month they get a sticker. The other thing I got is a chart I picked up from Stash Unload on Facebook. This is English Cottage Sampler by Teresa Wensler. This is my first Teresa Wensler pattern, and I love it. I love the alphabet, how those letters are entwined with each other. Yeah, I just love this so much. It's going to be a pain to stitch. This is going to be one of those other long haul, take forever projects, but it's beautiful. So I am very excited about that. Okay. And then last we have plans. So like I said, I am going camping at the end of the month, which means that happy campers will come back out. We're going camping over Thanksgiving because I have just decided, with everything that happened with our family this year and so many big changes, I'm not in the right headspace for a big family gathering. And so we're going to go up into the mountains and with our camper, and we'll have a very small Thanksgiving dinner. The twins actually want tacos for Thanksgiving, which I don't know if we'll do that, but we will have tacos on the trip. We always do. But we'll still have a Thanksgiving dinner, and we'll play games, and we'll be together, the four of us. And then for Christmas, we'll have our two older kids home with us finally. So that's the end of the month, but November WIP Go numbers got called, and that was number 3 and 8. And for me, that is Hawaii, my Tiki Beach Sunset, which I'll post another picture of, and Rainbow Babies. Those two projects will each get a couple days in November. And then off my regular board is my anniversary project, which is Violet's Blue by Blackbird Designs, which is this one. So this one got called for WIPGO, and I'll show you where I'm at. I don't think I have this one. I plugged this in for the end of the month, but we'll see where I actually start working on it. This is where I'm at. This is on a 36 count, I think. Picture This Plus linen that I got from 123 Stitch. I don't know the color of it, but it's a really beautiful purpley gray. And the floss is my own conversion. So this time around, I want to finish the house and start the border going down the other side. So that one got called. And the other one that got called for November is my Pisces by Nora Corbett. So this is the chart that I've been talking about restarting. I showed this in my WIP parade, and I haven't showed it since. I haven't worked on it. I have a love-hate relationship with the fabric on this one. Sorry, I gotta get a drink. Give me one sec. Okay. So the fabric I was working on is a 32 count even weave that I got from Fabric Flare, and I just really don't care for it. This is where I'm at on it. I had that whole like top crown done and started in on the fishtail, and this is the fabric. I thought I would love it on this, and I don't. And so I think part of the problem is I feel like it's too busy. And it just is taking away from how beautiful she is. But also it's really stiff. I've worked on other Fabric Flare fabrics before, and they haven't bothered me like this, but this one is really, really bothering me. So I pulled a couple fabrics out, and I would like your guys' opinion on what you think. So I have Bestitch Me in here and Grace Notes fabrics I have in here. So we'll start with Grace Notes. I have this, I'm sorry, I don't know how to say this, Jiwan. It's a 32 count opal linen that's got these really beautiful brown tones in it. And that could look really nice. The opal sparkle is kind of like stars. I think the teals in this would look really, really beautiful. I'm worried about the skin tones though blending too much. I know that they're backstitched around, and so there would be a barrier, but so I think it's Jiwan by Grace Notes. And then this is a completely different direction. I have Peaches and Cream by Grace Notes. This is a 32 count linen. And it is this really pretty orangey, kind of reminds me of creamsicle. And she would stand out on this. Those colors would pop. It kind of reminds me of spring. So that's a choice. And I think her skin tone would look really beautiful on that as well. And then the other two choices I have are two unnamed fabrics from Be Stitch Me, again from Friday Night Fight Night. I almost think this one is my favorite, but I don't know for sure. So this is a 32 count Lugana by Be Stitch Me. I think I would stitch her on this side of it with the greens and the purples. But again, she might blend too much. I don't know. This is a beautiful piece of fabric. Maybe this is too busy for her as well. Maybe I just talked myself out of this one. Oh man. I kind of just, I want to restart her. I want to get these stitches in and just go. Okay, the last one I have is a 32 count Jobelin by Be Stitch Me. This one is really light. It has blues and pinks and purples, and she would definitely, her colors would look fantastic on this, I think. I mean, you could even, sorry, the light dots in the middle of this are driving me crazy, but I don't want to turn this off. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think she would look really pretty on this too. And this one is unnamed as well. So what do you guys think? I am restarting her. I can't stand the fabric she's on. And you know, like I've said, I enjoy the process of stitching. I'm not in it to rush to finish. And so, I really want to enjoy what I'm working on. And so, I just think, I think she needs to be restarted. So yeah, let me know your opinions on those fabric choices for Pisces. She is, I have her slated to work on starting the 6th of November. And so, she will come out. And then my other plans are, I need to get 300 and something stitches in on, let me pull up the picture. This is Modern Folk Embroideries, the Busy Little Bee Beekeeper's Pincushion. And I am working on this in Pattern Keeper. I'm stitching this for my sister, and I want to have it done for her birthday in October. So, I'm stitching this on a 40 count Newcastle linen. I think it's Tyco by Picture This Plus. This is where I'm at right now. I'm stitching it with 2 different shades of blue, so that it kind of looks like porcelain, which is what she wanted. I have to stitch 300, I think I decided to round up to 350 every month to finish this by her birthday. And I already have 500 stitches in it, so I'm already kind of ahead of the game, but I want to keep that momentum up. I don't want to fall behind on this. Every time I start something for her, something happens. The last one was a Mill Hill bead ornament kit, and all of the floss and beads went missing somewhere. And I have searched high and low, and I cannot find them. So I'm working on that one for her now. So that's my plans. The only other thing I really wanted to talk about was Jingle Ball. I don't know if you guys have heard about that, or if any of you are participating. If you are, let me know. I'm signed up. I am going to, I've signed up for 2 classes. Jingle Ball is a virtual retreat that look like a lot of fun. I know they're going to have like some vendors there, like virtual, that you'll have access to. There is a handful of designers that are doing classes. Like I said, I signed up for 2 classes so far. Excuse me. And one of them is with Hello from Liz Matthew. And then the other one is a decorative pin making class from Beth Twist. And the Jingle Ball goes from Friday, December 1st through December 3rd. Like I said, I've signed up. You do have to buy an entrance ticket, which I think was $10. And then the classes, some like they have PDF options. I don't know if you can still get the kits for the classes. So I would check into that. But I did buy the kits for both of mine. I don't know if I can, I've only gotten one of them. I got my pattern from Hello from Liz Matthews, and I don't want to show it just in case we can't. But I do need to get the stitching on that one done for the class, so she can show how to finish it. But I think it'll be a lot of fun. I think you guys should, if you're interested. I think there was a Facebook group for the Jingle Ball. Also there was an email that I got. I can't remember who I got it from, but I think Steph from, I think that's her name, from Lindy Stitches, is a part of it. Anyway, go check it out. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I haven't been able to go to an in-person retreat. I was supposed to go to the Grace Notes retreat this year, and life happened, and so that didn't happen. And so I think this is not, I really want to go to an in-person retreat, but I think this will be fun to be able to get a little bit of stitching time and to kind of dip my toes into the retreat world. I think that's all that I have today. Let me know below what pattern, excuse me, what fabric you think I should restart Pisces on. And I think that's it. Yeah, I hope you all have a fantastic Halloween. Hopefully I'll be back in a week, if not a week, 2 weeks, for a life update and all of that. I hope you all are having a fantastic winter, or sorry, fall, autumn. I was thinking we are having beautiful weather here, but it snowed where my parents live. So I have winter on the brain, and I'm not looking forward to it. Even though it does not really snow here, it just rains and gets icy. So anyway, let me know your guys' plans if you like the video. I think, excuse me, I'm getting a dry throat now. I think when I get to 400 subscribers, I'm going to do a giveaway, because I'm really close. I think I checked and I was at like 392, which is just crazy. It just blows my mind that that many people are watching my videos, and you know, I have something in common with all of those people, because sometimes on a day-to-day it doesn't feel like you have a lot in common with others with your hobby. Yeah, when we get to 400, we'll do a giveaway, and we'll see. I haven't decided exactly what that'll be yet, what that looks like, but I'm excited to do that. If you want to come find me on Instagram, I'm Stitchin' in Oregon, just like my Flosstube channel. Come hang out, see my progress on things. And I do have an email now, so if you want to contact me, I'll put that below, and you can reach out to me there too if you have any questions. But yeah, it was really fun getting to chat with you all again. Hopefully these light dots didn't drive you guys as crazy as they are driving me. And we will see you soon. Have a fantastic day, guys. Bye.